Hi there, and welcome to the Ethanol Producer Magazine podcast. I'm your host, Anna Simet. We are here live at the International Fuel Ethanol Workshop in St. Louis on the trade show floor. I'm here with Tom Kosadowski, Sales Engineer of Vessel Solutions for Apache Stainless. Tom, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So glad to have you here at the show. I think start by telling us a little bit about Apache Stainless.
Well, Apache Stainless, we manufacture stainless steel vessels for the ethanol industry, among other things. We also own the farm and all that. We've been around for 50 years. We just had our 50th anniversary in September.
Okay.
So we've grown quite a bit. We're an employee-owned company, so we have a lot of pride in what we do.
For sure.
And not only do we build the vessels, we also ship the vessels. We've got our own trucking company and all that. So we ship wherever we need to go.
How long have you been with Apache, Tom?
I've been with Apache 26 years now.
Oh my gosh.
So before that, I was actually with a place called Factor Neutral. We did consulting for Apache. So I was associated with Apache over 30 years now.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's get into things, Tom. A lot of plants are working to lower carbon. When a producer starts planning upgrades, what vessel and tank-related scope details get missed early and then later become schedule or cost risks?
Yep. Well, a lot of times, being on the tank end of it, they actually forget about the tank. They're so worried about getting all the valves and all the piping components and all that stuff moving, getting everything, all the permits and all things. So the next thing you know, like, hey, you gotta get the tank. So then we have to go through and we have to help them manage that. We got size constraints and things like that they have to get their vessel into, and it's a lot, getting done yesterday because that's the last thing that they order.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for ethanol projects, how do you coach teams to decide between ASME code plus stamp versus design code without stamp? And what does that choice change in terms of QA, documentation, and risk management?
It's a lot has to do with the pressure of the vessel. So ASME is anything above 15 psi. So if they can stay below 15 psi, they can stay into API world, and you don't have to worry about have the third-party inspection on it. Our QA system is all based on ASME and all that, so all of our welders are certified with that. But if you don't want to have that, pay that extra for the third party, you can go with a more API design and things like that. The ASME end of it is going to have the third-party inspection. You get into the material certs, all that the weld certs, all qualifications, it's all documented all through, so that then when the customer's done, they get an ASME data report, and then they get all the material certs and everything with our data book.
Okay. So when it comes to ethanol plant reliability, what factory acceptance tests and NDE checks do you see producers specifying more often? And how do those tests prevent painful startup or commissioning surprises?
Well, recently I've seen more NDE as far as the dye penetrant, especially like on some API tanks, and it helps. Like if it finds the surface cracks and things like that, pinholes, things like that. That if you don't have a pressure test in a tank, so it'll help them on the startup end of it, that we're finding it in our plant.
Yeah.
Now, and on the ASME side, not only doing radiography more, depending on the process needs, that helps find the subsurface defects that could become an issue down the road. All of our stuff that is ASME certified, we're all doing the pressure tests, all that, all third-party inspected, so that when it gets to the site, it's all sound, it's all good, and they don't have to worry about having cracks, issues, leaks down the road of the tank itself. It's all good. So ASME standards.
Well explained, Tom. So ethanol producers deal with different co-products and sometimes proprietary byproducts. From a materials and fabrication standpoint, when do you see the 304, 316 stainless being enough? And when do higher alloys become the smarter call?
The 304, 316 is usually enough for the ethanol world.
Okay.
And you see a lot of 304. When we start getting into the higher cleaning products, where you have a high clean environment, where you got your corrosive products that are in the tanks, that's when you start getting into your duplexes and all that. The duplex, if they want to pay for it up front, is pretty much the product you can have. It pays for itself in the long run because it's very corrosive resistant. But a lot of people don't have the budget for that, so then they'll stay with the 304.
Ah, okay. So brownfield projects are the norm in ethanol. When a plant is adding or replacing big equipment, say columns or large vessels, what are the top design for reality constraints that you plan around?
Well, it's the size of the tank when it's going to, and also how you get the tank down the road, how you get the tank into the building. We've had some where a brewery up in Milwaukee where we had to piecemeal the tank out. We had to do a head, and then we had to bring in the shell, and then we had to bring in the next head, and we built it all like Legos, in the plant, just so that they didn't have to tear out the wall, didn't tear up the ceiling, and all that stuff. So it helped them out quite a bit by doing it that way. But it was its own challenge, getting them through the brick hallways and all that stuff.
I bet.
So it was fun.
Okay. So FEW this year, we're highlighting AI and digitalization in plant operations. Seems like everyone here is talking about it. From your side of the world, what does AI ready look like for equipment projects, especially around clean documentation, traceability, and turnover packages that make operating and maintaining assets easier?
The AI is helping tremendously. It's at its forefront, and it's just growing. For myself, I'm using it for gathering data, for looking for potential leads, for potential clients. I help it with my emails, even, for writing my emails. But I'm seeing on the customer end of it, they're using it for when do I maintain my product? When do I have to get rid of a valve, replace a gasket before I have an emergency shutdown time? They're using it for predictive maintenance.
Yeah.
And it's just growing and growing and growing. With the more data that comes in, AI is getting bigger.
Okay, well, last question. What's been the most exciting or interesting topic or thing you've heard so far at the show?
I think the amount of people that are here, it's been good this year.
Yeah.
I see an energy that
For sure.
it's
There is an
coming
energy
through.
in the air, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, so it's been exciting that way. And I've gotten a lot of good conversations with the people here, so it's always a fun show.
Awesome. Anything else, Tom, that you want to add before?
Just if you're looking for a stainless tank or a pressure vessel or anything like that, look at ApacheStainless.com.
Yep.
We'll help you for what any type of stainless need you got.
All right. Well, Tom's your guy. He's been there for 30 years. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. And to our viewers, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll catch you later.